Bueno, pues let's talk a little bit about your other committee,
Yes.
your Public Safety Committee. I think it's a very important work that gets done there. And you started talking about, like safety during the holidays.
Absolutely. And this time, excuse me, for public safety, we have a new chair. Mark Elridge, Councilmember Mark Elridge, is the new chair. He has replaced Phil Andrews, who I replaced on the county council, and so. But Mark was on the Public Safety Committee for many years, so he certainly knows what is done and how to do it.
Eso es cierto. Discúlpeme. Pues ahorita tenemos un nuevo presidente de este Comité de Seguridad Pública, el cual es el concejal Mark Elridge, quien ha estado en este comité por bastante tiempo.
And in addition to Mark, of course, another new council member. There's only 2 new council members this time, and both of us are on public safety. Councilmember Tom Hucker, who is a former state delegate.
Tom Hucker, que fue delegado estatal y ahora es uno de nuestros concejales, también forma parte de este comité.
And I too am looking very forward very much to working with them as well. We do obviously have the police budget, but of course it's the entire safety budget. It's firefighters and corrections officers and everything associated with it to make certain that people are safe.
Todo lo que tenga que ver con los asuntos de mantener a nuestra comunidad segura, pues son revisadas por este comité. Entonces son asuntos que tenga que ver con la policía, con los bomberos, con la penitenciaria, con diferentes departamentos. Todo para asegurarnos de tener unas comunidades seguras. Entonces, let's talk a little bit about what happened this week. Speaking of being safe, and there's something that we need to all work together. And there was a press conference on Monday, right before the snow. Tuvimos una conferencia de prensa en el consejo justo antes de la nieve, y es bueno que hablando pues de temas de seguridad y todo esto, que conversemos acerca de este tema, que justamente ayer me llegó a la casa un folletito pues indicándonos, recordándonos de que tenemos que limpiar nuestras aceras. So let's talk a little bit about that. Let's talk about cleaning the sidewalks.
Well, I think when they scheduled the press conference, they had no idea that it was going to snow the next day. Now, once we were doing the press conference, we realized it was going to snow the next day. But we did want to remind everyone to make certain that it is the law that they need to clean their sidewalks in front of their homes. And it's certainly the right thing to do as well.
Sí, no sabían los concejales ni el ejecutivo, creo yo, que íbamos a tener la nieve que tuvimos el martes cuando tuvieron esta rueda de prensa, pero era una buena manera de recordarnos a todos lo importante que es limpiar nuestras aceras y asegurarnos, es bueno para toda la comunidad, es un buen mecanismo de seguridad.
And in addition, we like to remind people that it's a good way to know your neighbor. I mean, there's some neighbors that for whatever reason, can't shovel their walks. And if that's the case, then a good neighbor should go next door and do it for them as well.
Es una buena manera de conocer a nuestros vecinos y de tratar de ayudar. Por ejemplo, hay personas que a lo mejor no pueden hacer el trabajo ellos mismos, entonces de pronto echarle una manito. Justamente el año pasado, last year at the council, we had a little celebration and we honor those who were helping their neighbors.
Yes.
Estábamos allá celebrando y con aquellas personas que contribuyeron a limpiar y ayudar a las personas en sus vecindarios. Hay bastante información también en la página del condado respecto a esto, porque a veces la gente no sabe. Sometimes people don't know exactly what they need to clean. So there is a lot of good information in the county's website. Una de las cosas que yo estaba leyendo en las preguntas frecuentes es, básicamente se tiene que limpiar la acera, pues para que una persona con una silla de ruedas, we need to clean so that a person with a wheelchair can go through. Entonces tenemos que asegurarnos que haya una amplia vía para poder estas personas poder transitar también. Algo que es importante recalcar es que supuestamente el que no limpie la nieve puede tener una multa de $50. The ticket or the fine for not cleaning I think it's $50.
Yeah.
So it's, it's good. It makes sense, and obviously we don't want to have a ticket or have a fine.
But I also wanted to mention that the hardworking people that clean our streets as well when it snows. Everybody wants their street cleaned first, and I do too, and you do, and everybody else does. But the people that do the work really have a lot of work to do. They're going over literally every inch of every roadway in Montgomery County.
Sí, las personas que tienen que limpiar las calles tienen bastante trabajo y bueno, pues están haciendo. Todos queremos que nos limpien nuestras calles lo antes posible, pero ellos están haciendo el mejor esfuerzo. Y si por casualidad usted no ven que hay un puente, hay un sitio donde no han limpiado todavía, usted puede llamar al 311 y allí puede reportar para que el sitio exacto donde no se ha limpiado la nieve y allí pues se van a comunicar con el departamento adecuado para que puedan rápidamente ir a limpiarlo. El teléfono es el 311 o 240-777-0311. Let's talk a little bit about the cameras in the school bus because, school started again.
Absolutely.
And I think it's a good idea to remind people that, about this issue. Quisiera pues que aprovecháramos un minutito, aunque sea para recordarle a las personas que es importante que nosotros paremos cuando vemos un transporte escolar con las luces y con la señal de pare, que debemos parar. Las escuelas acaban de empezar y es muy importante hacer esto. I don't know if now that you're going to be in the Public Safety Committee,
yes.
I heard last year there were considerations about even increasing the fines because of all the violations that had Montgomery County first in violations of school bus,
The buses are having trouble getting to the schools, you're saying? Or?
No, that the drivers were passing the school buses
you're
when they're
saying, yes.
supposed to.
Absolutely, the safety. And there again, that is an extremely unsafe thing to do. And let's face it, we're our children are the ones who are running, they shouldn't, but they run across the street and they see the bus and they don't always necessarily think about what they're doing, or they see their friend and they're, laughing or whatever, and you can have a horrible tragedy.
Sí, es definitivamente no es seguro pasar un autobús con la señal de stop y hay niños, ellos están corriendo, haciendo diferentes cosas. No somos nosotros los adultos los que tenemos que seguir las leyes y asegurarnos de ver a los niños y de esperarnos hasta que ya el conductor del autobús piense que todo está seguro para poder seguir adelante. La multa de eso, de pasar un autobús escolar, es de $125. Así que es importante. No queremos tampoco tener de pronto un ticket de $125, lo cual de pronto va a aumentar este año a $250. Bueno, pues ha sido un gran placer. It's been such a pleasure to have you here today. Thank you so much for sharing this time. Me despido de todos ustedes, les deseo un feliz fin de semana y esperamos que estén calentitos o que se diviertan mucho a pesar del clima que tenemos estos días. Muchas gracias.
Thank you.